morning everyone. Here today what we are going to study data science in a IoT. In a IoT, now the data science is a big topic, big area. The combination of machine learning, artificial intelligence, and the most important IoT. Here we can see, we will be able to learn what is data analytics. Data analytics, if I am talking about, is the process of analyzing data to discover patterns and trends and to inform decision making. It means data analytics means we need to analyze the data. How we will be able to analyze the data? There are so many techniques we have, tools we have, with the help of we will be able to analyze the data. With the help of analyzing the data, we will be able to understand the data, the core data, what is the meaning of data, what kind of and what are the types of data. After, we will be able to understand the patterns, the trends of that particular data, and moreover we will be able to take the decision what we will have to do that particular data. Here you can see it is a field that uses a variety of tools and techniques. As I have already conveyed you, the data analytics means we need to analyze the things, how we will be able to opt that data in a future. So it means it will be able to add mathematics and statistics, and there is a core tools of a computer science. Now here we have what is IoT analytics. IoT analytics refers to the process of collecting, analyzing and driving actionable insights from data generated by IoT devices. Here we actually understood about what is data analytics. It means first we will be able to analyze the data, we will be able to find out the trends, basic ethics, basic process, and after that we are forming some decision. Here now we are thinking about the data analytics in IoT. It means we are talking about the IoT device. So many IoT devices generates millions of data. Millions of IoT devices such as sensors, machines, cameras, they are producing data every minute, every time. So they are producing the data. With the help of we will be able to analyze that data. We will try to understand that trends, and then we will be able to optimize the data and we will form the decision. So here you can see what we need to do. We need to first collecting the data, gather the data. When we will gather the data, then we will be able to analyze the data. Because how we will be able to collect that data? There are so many IoT machines which are actually using in industries, homes, any kinds of companies, anywhere in an organization, they are producing the data. For example, we can see there is a camera is there. Okay, the camera capture the population or capture the student what they are doing in a classroom. Fine, but they are actually working 24/7. They are informing the information they are collecting. Okay, these kind of students are there. They are studying. They are sitting. They are talking. But the thing is, when the students are not there in the classroom, still the camera is working. Camera is actually whenever some maid is coming, they are cleaning the face. This is uninformative. But still the camera is capturing that data. This is we consider as unwanted data. We don't need it. But still they are working on it. That's why saying the IoT devices are working 24/7 collecting the data. So here we need to analyze that data and we need to refine the data. That we will be able to say, okay, this is the information because we are going to use it in a future. Okay. So here we need to first collecting, analyzing, and after analyzing the data, then we will be able to form what we need to take the action on that particular data. This is we consider it, and how they will be able to do, because these devices are interconnected physical objects embedded with sensors, software and network connectivity, because they all are exchanging the data, exchanging the information in the network area. That is important. So IoT analytics involve transforming raw IoT data. What is raw IoT data? The raw data which we will be able to refine it. Okay, that is not informative. We will be able to fetch the informative, the important data from the raw data. This we consider as a raw IoT data. So this is a raw IoT data into meaningful insight we consider as a information. Either you can say to enhance decision making, optimize operations and drive business value. So here now, so IoT analytics refers to the collect, process and analyze data that are generated by IoT devices. So now it's very important that these all are the IoT devices connected with the internet. All the IoT devices are sending data. Now you need to understand that when these kind of data are collected by, naturally there is a one medium is there. What we consider is there is a some pool, the memory pool is there where all the devices are sending data. So naturally these kind of data we consider it as a big data. For this big data, naturally we need to simultaneously check this data, because we need to understand that how the data need to be used in a future. So we need to first rectify that data in a medium. So what we need to say, it consists of heterogeneous stream that combine and transform to collect information, and the correct information, that's very important. Correct information means what? Because there is so much data we are gathering, we will have to extract the data which we are going to use, because as already I have conveyed you, analytics means what? We will have to form the decision. We will have to take the decision from that data. So data need to be corrected. That's important. Next. Now we will be able to learn what are the key components of our IoT analytics. You can say it's include first data collection. How we will be able to collect the data? There are so many machines are there, sensors we have, and the edge system. This is a very important point. What is an edge system? What is the edge system? See, edge system or edge devices are the devices which actually use and refine the data on the edge. It means all the industry and companies or any organization which are actually sending all the data to the cloud. Now the cloud actually consisted of so many data. So here we have the edge system. What is the meaning of that? That whenever the data, whatever the data is gathering or collecting is going to the cloud, before going to the cloud, it need to be refined on the edge. That we consider as a edge device, and whole system with the machine we consider as a edge system. So first we need to collect the data, then data processing. This is we consider as we need to find out the accuracy of the data. Whatever the data we are getting, it is correct or not, it is usable or not, it is relevant or not. That's important. Now the next one we can see, we have the data storage. As I have already conveyed, there are 24/7 our IoT devices are producing data. The data volume is very much high. So there are systems, we have centralized system and the distributed system. The distributed means when the companies or the organizations in a shared mode, they both are actually accessing the data in a same way. And centralized, all the company and organization can access the data on the same way. Here we have data analysis using analytical model. Yes, there are so many analytical models we have. Artificial intelligence also used. Machine learning techniques also we used. And there's so much pattern, so much models we are actually using to find out the patterns or trends of that particular data. Here we have visualization. After that, how we will be able to access that data? There is a dashboards are there, which is visible to each and everyone, all customers. And there is so many reports, active tools we have. With the help of, we will be able to decide that the data will be further used or not. Here you can see there is a current situations in IoT analytics. Now we will be able to understand what are the current situations, or we can say some challenges we have also, but later we will study about the situation. First one is exponential growth of IoT data. See, as I have already conveyed that the IoT devices are producing data. Exponential means the IoT data is actually increasing day by day, minute by minute, because each and everywhere, either you can say in an industry, either you can say in a home, on an organization, they are converted into the smart home, smart industry. It means, what is the meaning of smart here? The smart means IoT enabled devices, IoT enabled homes, IoT enabled hospitals, IoT enabled cities. So they all are, so many sensors and machines are used in this particular area, or they are producing a large volume of data. So the data growth has been increased day by day. Here we have shift to edge. That's I have already conveyed that now all the data, there's a large volume of data directly will not go to the pool, the cloud or the Amazon Web Services. No. First they will need to be refined on a shift to the edge device. They will first refine on the edge, and then the important data, meaningful data will go to the cloud, which is accessed by the shared medium or the companies who are accessing, who are paying that particular area in a cloud. Here we have AI and machine learning, artificial intelligence and machine learning. First, we need to understand what is artificial intelligence. Intelligence, if I'm talking about, that is talking about the brain of a man, which actually think about clearly. But if the machine will be able to think and will be able to act accordingly, whatever we are processing, we consider as a artificial intelligence. Fine. And the ML, that is a machine learning. It means we are trying to learn to the machine. Machine will be able to learn according to the inputs we are giving, and accordingly they are producing the output. But whenever we will train the machine, they will be able to actually give the output as per the different input we are giving. Okay, this is we consider as a AI and ML. So here we have IoT data. With the help of AI and ML, they are able to actually form the decision, quick decision, important decision will be able to that data access by in a future or in a future way. See here, if I'm talking about, there is a one more important concepts are coming that we consider as a predictive learning. What is the meaning of predictive learning? The predictive learning, it means automatically we will be able to know in a company or in a particular industry that particular machine is going to fail or not unable to work. It means priorly we will be able to indicate that the particular sensor or particular machine will not be able to give the right output. So automatically that the maintenance part will be there and the things will be changed. The devices will be changed. That's important. So naturally we are focusing on the right output. Here we have the security and privacy. This is very important. The data encryptions are there. So many attacks, each and everything on a internet. So cyber attacks are there. So we will be able to hold and we will be able to, very strict in a privacy on our internet or the patterns which is used by the customer, particular person, or even there, even in the address, even in the network also, wherever the IP address, so many IP addresses are used. So hackers are there to actually interrupt your data. So there's the privacy concerns are there. We need to secure our data. We need to give the so many, different kinds of models we need to apply for saving our data. Here we have the next one, we have standardization and interoperability. This is the important concern because there is no single standard we have in an IoT to construct the sensor or to construct the machine. Different companies, different industries are using different patterns, different standards to use their components. So this is very important that in the same area, if I am using at my home, there are so many machines if I'm using like AC, car, here I have a heater, so fans, but I am not using a single company to apply in my all the component in my same home. No, there is a different components I am using, machines I am using at my home. So that's very important. The interoperability means the different kinds of machines which are different in features, different attributes, they will be able to work in a same manner, on a same bench. That is important. So each and every component or every sensor which are different from each other, from different standard, still they will be able to work nicely. That is we consider as a interoperable. Here we have increased adoption across industries. Naturally, nowadays industries, there are different kinds of industries, such as we have manufacturing side, we have healthcare side, smart city side, and retail side. They all are adopting our IoT enabled device, IoT enabled life. In a manufacturing, you can see the predictive maintenance. What is that? The predictive maintenance, as I have already conveyed, when the device is going to fail or device is unable to give the answer, we will be able to priorly give the message. They will priorly give the message that the particular device is going to inactive. So we will have to priorly maintain that particular device, and we will have to replace it, and our work will go smoothly. The process automation, it means the machine will be work automatically. For one time we will have to set, and they work automatically. If I am taking one example, you can see the smartwatch. One time we will have to set each and everything, and then after that they will have to work automatically. They will give you the time, they will give you your body, whatever the body BP, blood pressure, your heart rate, everything, it will intimate you priorly. Only the one thing is there's also a sensor is there, the battery is there. You will have to replace that battery whenever the time will be over. So there is a automation process is there. Automatically, periodically, it will be work. Fine. Here we have the supply chain optimization. The supply chain optimization, it means whenever the things will be able to end, they will be able to rectify, or they will be able to order automatically. That we consider it. Here we have healthcare. You know, nowadays the patient says if the patient is unable to go to the hospital, they can remotely check. They will be able to take care at a home only. This is we consider as a smart hospital or a smart, healthcare. Here we have the smart medical devices and operational efficiency, same as they will be able to understand their body and able to give you the raises. So the patient will be able to know that there is something is going beyond. So, and that's very important that sometimes the person is not able to move, but this particular sensors are there which actually use for the vibration of the body. They will be able to understand that whenever the body is not reacting, so it will give you the message, automatically will give the message to the concerned person or to the doctor, that immediately be able to take care of that particular person. So it is very, it's very important, or it's very sensitive area where IoT devices are working on. Here we have the operation efficiency side. So many operations are there, so it is efficiently work. So this is we consider as a, whenever the different kinds of patients are there, the body is reacting differently. This is we consider as a data, because the data are different, and after that we will be able to rectify, okay, this is a data, and this particular data will be whenever we are giving some medication, then how they are reacting. Fine. This is and after that we will be able to form the decision, okay, this kind of input we are giving and the output will be produced. Fine. Here we have, you can see the smart cities. Traffic management is one of the major issues nowadays, and the traffic management, it means it will actually control the traffic, because it's automatically update the things, it automatically manage the traffic. Here we have the waste reduction. Whenever the waste will be full, it will give the alarm. Now the smart motors are there at every home. Whenever the water tank is full, you will get the alarm that, okay, the water tank is full. This is the automation is there. What you need to do, you are saving that water. Same as you are saving, you are cleaning your area. Here energy efficiency, the same as the power consumption. Whenever you can see where whenever you are using the power so much, you don't know about it. So I just want to give you the example, like a smart meter. Whenever you are using the smart meter, you don't know how the power consumptions are going on. But whenever you are using the smart meter, so it will actually check at your home whenever the power consumption is actually going beyond, in a daytime or in a night time. When it is night time, okay, maybe there are 2 or 3 ACs are going on. So you will be able to know that how you will be able to, efficient your home, how you will be able to efficient your energy, and you're saving your money. That's important. Here we have the retail system. Here we have the smart shelf, personalized customer experiences, and inventory tracking. That's important. Whenever you will just buy something, there is a tracking system is there. Even if you are actually buying any grocery, anything, you know about that your grocery is where. This is we consider the smart tracking. You know about the where the particular persons are there, are coming in a 8 minute, 10 minute or 20 minutes. Predictably it will be changed. This is the same thing. So it means this is the analyzing the thing. If it is fail, it is again change. This is all about the data analytics. Thank you everyone.